Hello, buddy. Shotgun into 1000. Reporting for duty. Welcoming you back to more Robot Wars Extreme Destruction. Last time, we managed to win the very first tournament in stage 1 of the story mode, but we was unlucky in the second one because of a judge's decision. This time, we're going to get our rematch against Corbinator and Spikatron. Ugh. Okay, yeah. More hard robots. So here we go. So we're going to bait Corbinator to come towards us because there's no way we're going to be able to fight them inside those chairs. What's Spikatron doing? Okay. Alright, so there we go. So Corbinator and Spikatron are going to be focusing on attacking one another. I'm going to try and be as aggressive as I can because I wasn't really in the last fight. There we go. Both trains have actually stopped on the train tracks. That one's going to go. And oh! That was close. They nearly got Corbinator on the tracks then. But they nearly got us on the track as well. Refbot! Stop charging into me! Every single time you do that, and it's so annoying. Right, there we go. So we got a few blows on Corbinator. But you notice, not Corbinator, Cupitron, sorry. So there we go. So we're actually doing some good pushability factor on Spikatron, but it's going to be going around in circles, no doubt. Oh, there we go. We actually managed to dodge that hammer attack. So in case you're wondering with a point scheme of the judge's decision, style, control, damage, and aggression. I haven't actually gone over it yet, but I will do now. Aggression is based on how often you put pressure on your Roboteer opponent. Meaning like what Sikalot is doing right there. He's charged after me, and he's putting the pressure on me, trying to force me to run away. Style is where a Roboteer is laying an attack on you, and you successfully dodge it. Allowing you to not take any damage, and then have them just completely waste a move trying to attack you, only to then get attacked themselves. That's basically what style is. Control is basically like you're basically more in control of the fight than your opponent, where you're like pushing them and they can't do anything to push back. And finally, damage is no state obvious. It's determined on how much damage you do to your opponent compared to them doing it to you. That's basically all what damage is. And I don't get how Barabist and Hawkeye both got 100 points in damage when Hawkeye hardly even took any damage at all and Barabist was basically doing nothing. But yeah, you notice once again it went to a judge's decision and once again I lost. This time I got 51 points in damage, 16 in control and 23 in aggression. And that is one thing I find particularly wrong because I was aggressive 100% of the time. So really, I should have had 100 points in aggression. And I did do a good amount of damage, so I should have been given a little bit more in damage than that. And in control, I was in control a good chunk of the way. So really, I should have had more points than Corbinator. But of course, according to the judge's decision, who are wrong almost every single time, you kind of get the picture. Oh, by the way, if you actually beaten a tournament, you'll see a cup highlighted beside it, meaning that whichever is the first one along, after the one you just completed, it will automatically go straight to the one you've yet to complete. So, yeah, I can honestly say Stage 1 can actually be the hardest to start off because you've got no choice but to use either an axe, a hammer, a lance, or a spike as your attacking weapon, where lances and spikes do not help you whatsoever, but the hammer and the axe can do some damage, but not a lot. So right here, we got the edge and shark bite. Oh god, shark bite. Oh no, the pincers. Here we go. So the pincers are immediately going to be a whole grab hold of me and then refuse to let go and then just make things a lot more harder. So you see right here, this is what being aggressive is all about. I'm pushing Sharkbite into that post and I'm not allowing him to escape. That is what being aggressive and in control is. The edge is literally doing nothing. And I can tell this is not really going to be a good fight, so I'm going to have to do something different. So there you go. Right, so I've broken his spike. And now he's managed to get a hold of me. So the only way I can escape is by allowing the house robot to attack him. Right. So there, I'm going to be hammering him. And he's got a stronger pushability factor than me, so unfortunately... Right, so come on. Okay, they've let go. We pushed him into the wall. Oh, we pushed him into the train. And there you are. He's given up. And that's highlighted as a classics failure? Sorry, but a classics failure is normally when a robot's taking a lot of damage in their body opponents, where a train charges at a fast speed and wallops them. Sharkbite was set inside the train. So the edge managed to win by doing absolutely nothing. And now we're going to be facing against each other in a head-to-head. And believe me, the next two tournaments we're going to be dealing like with this one and the one after it, they're only 3 rounds, so they're really short. So we're going to do that. There we go. We're just going to get some free hammer attacks. So yeah, the Edge is actually a really hard robot to fight against when it comes to pushability factors. And of course the train's going to be blocking the way immediately. Oh, great. Come on, seriously, stop spinning around in circles. Get on the attack. Right. Oh! What a way to turn the tides. I managed to sit on top of his spike, and then he just suddenly did a pirouette turn into death. So we're through to the final round. So yeah, you can see the units above my robot there. You're only allowed to spend a maximum of 30 there. And it can be really sucky if you have like all armor gone, all weapon gone, and also had to fix some of your classic as well. Because there has been a few times where I took more than 30 bars of damage in total, and I could only survive by fixing it up to about 7 out of 10 in armor and then 4 for the rest of the way. Okay, Spikatron, Bekatron, and a new robot, Switchblade. You actually don't unlock Switchblade until relatively late in this story mode. So I'm surprised to actually see him right here, right now. So, we're going to let Switchblade come after me. Spikatron's going to be charging after Switchblade and then going after me. And look at that. I'm taking damage, yet I'm the one that's actually putting all the pressure on Spikatron. Right, so Kilow's going after Spikatron. And immediately the Refbot decides to intervene. And in case you're wondering, Switchblade's armament is actually really hard to destroy, to be honest, because it's actually steel armament. I am not joking, it really is. Right, oh, we flipped Bekatron. We flipped Bekatron! Just by doing a heavy charge at him. And Switchblade's going to the escalator. But he is fighting against it really well. And now Spikatron is joining him. So there we go, we win. So that's tournament 2 complete. And that just leaves the rooftops to go in Japan. Tokyo, to be precise. Oh, wow. Our first robot to fight against is 101. And you know one thing that's actually kind of strange about this? If we win this tournament, something special is going to happen. I'm not going to spoil it, but you will see soon enough. So 101 is inverted. It can run any which way up. It has like that jabbing spike weapon as its only weapon of choice, and it doesn't really do a lot of damage unless you use it repeatedly. And in case you're wondering, if it's upside down, it's actually a lot harder to control. 101 is. Believe me, I know, because I've actually used it one time. Right, there we go. So we're going to try our best to do as much as we can. Oh, by the way, so Tokyo now, as you can see, there are many ways to actually lose this. You got the skyscraper over here. You could lure the robot on, the Refbot, onto the skyscraper glass, and if you have a robot sat on it long enough, it will break, forcing the robot to fall into it. And apparently 101 managed to climb up a wall. Oh, be careful not to let the house robots attack you, though. But yeah, I'm actually amazed. 101 was dead, and he drove up the wall and back into play. I have no idea how they could do that. Because I can never do that, so why can the AI? But yeah, that's one way of knocking out a robot. Another way is by pushing them over the edge to let them fall into the streets down below. A third way is, you can't see it in this camera angle, but very faintly, there are fans positioned behind Major Damage and me. Those fans can actually blow you around all over the place, but you have no control where you go when you get launched. But that's not the main thing that kills you. The main thing is that power generator. It actually shoots out 10,000 volts of electricity, and it can do roughly about a good chunk of damage to the I keep saying Pokemon. Why do I keep saying Pokemon? But yeah, it does a lot of damage to the robot's power. I think it takes about 30 hits to fully knock out a robot's power, so you're just going to have to bear that in mind. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering, that's a new house robot there. That is Dead Metal. Going over the house robots real quick, Shunt has a lifting scoop, but it doesn't actually lift in this game. And it also has a Diamond Edge axe. Matilda has lifting tusks and a flywheels. The Kilolot, as you can tell, has a spinning drill like lance, as well as a crushing claw. Sergeant Bash has a crushing claw and a flamethrower. And lastly, Dead Metal has pincers and a circular saw. And believe me when I say this, Dead Metal is actually an easy robot to flip, believe it or not. I've actually flipped Dead Metal more times than any other house robot in this game. To be honest, in fact, it's actually also the only house robot that successfully managed to flip. Okay, so we got good control there on major damage there, but he's immediately bounced right back. Right, come on. Don't know why you're saying that, Jonathan, because we're nowhere near him. Right, we're just gonna try our very best to attack him. We can't guarantee a good pushing factor here. Oh, major damage is stuck. And he drives into... See, look at that. Look at that. Did you see that right there? He was clearly driving on the wall. That is not even possible. Not even remotely possible. Okay, time for a third and final match. A 5 robot annihilator. We've got Hawkeye, Coopertron, Sharkbite, and Sabretooth. We need to say we've got a new robot of Hammertron, but I realise that's actually me. Oh dear. So yeah, some new robots here. Coopertron's one of them. He's got those piercing spikes, as well as a hammering axe, and a circular saw. Sharkbite we've already seen with the pincers. Hawkeye we've already seen with our flipper. And Sabretooth... Oh, we've lost our hammer. Great. Well, Sharkbite has lost his pincers. Right, that glass is going to break any moment now. See, there we go. Okay, so Hawkeye managed to flip Coopertron there. And again. We can't really get good damage in this one in this fight because we literally lost our hammer immediately, even though we were fully repaired. Right, trying our very hardest here. Okay, so that's Sharkbite coming after us. It's hard to tell if it's Sharkbite or Beckatron when he's not got his pincers. Right, come on. Right, so Sabretooth looks like he's gone. Okay, so we've got 90 seconds left. But I can clearly tell that we are not currently in the running at the moment. Matilda shoved Sharkbite off, as well as herself. Oh god, we're close, we're close. Oh, damn it, the fan blew us off. And you see, we were nowhere near the fan, yet we still somehow got blown off. Very unforgiving. So we're going to try that once again. Oh, great. How fitting for our first robot to fight against is the one and only Panic Attack. Immediately. Best way to win this. Just be bait. Let them charge after you and go into the pit. That's my way of winning against hard robots. Yeah. Don't take any damage. Let them drive themselves into obliteration and just advance through. Don't give a damn. I know. I should really fight against the robots. Believe me, Panic Attack is a hard robot to fight against. Once they get those forks underneath you, you can't escape them. You really can't. And we've got another new robot. We've got Timsah. It just has all those spotlights and a circular saw. And he's got a new armament, but I can't actually tell what that armament is even meant to be. Okay, we got a good push there. Right, come on. Good pushability factor. We're not going to get good if we're pushing from the side. No, Sir Killalog, get away! You need to learn when to leave me alone. And I feel like he actually went over the edge. Oh no, there he is. Okay, we are doing a good fight against Timsah. We haven't even done any damage to him. So look at that, dead metal coming after me when we didn't even do anything to get close to him. Okay, so there you go. We did a good amount of damage to Timsah there. He took a lot of damage from the generator. Come after me if you're there. You're going to go into that pit. Goodbye. Alright then. So, with it coming to that, we're going to be ending things off here. Next time on Robot Wars Extreme Destruction, we'll be doing the final fight in this tournament as a rematch and see what happens about what I mean by winning all tournaments in the first stage. See you guys then.